Campfire Talk. How my brothers doing? Salute, respect, love. I wish you guys the best. Patreon edition. We're about to get some knowledge. Campfire style. I hope you're just like me. I hope you enjoy the crackling sounds of the wood, the relaxing flames, the empty night, freeing your mind of all the social constructs, of all the burdens of civilization and society and these gynocracies. I hope your mind is free and relaxed. I hope you are enjoying this crackling sound of burning wood, a symbol of men's freedom, men's space, flames, fire, a sign of evolution, a sign of technology, a sign of masculine advancement. Camping, campfire, where men bond, where fathers and sons go to grow, where brothers gather, where men come together and show the younger men the path to manhood, where there are no crying babies, no nagging wives. It is a beautiful sound, a nice scenery, where we can cook our food over open flames, tell jokes, talk like men, have sexual jokes and not have to worry about a Me Too movement or sexual harassment, or a woman saying that she is offended and flagging down our channels or our conversation because we should stop talking about it because a lady is in the presence of men, even though she willingly walked into our space. It is a free man space where we can just be men. So I hope you are in your masculine. So go ahead and kick your feet up. We are about to have a masculine conversation. With your feet kicked up, grab that cold drink. Feel relaxed, my brothers. Enjoy this beautiful campfire as we will have many campfire conversations over here on Patreon. Let's get into today's topic. A woman should know her place, or she should leave your space. One more time, kings. A woman should know her place, or she simply have to leave your space. There are no negotiations. But it is important that I define a woman's place for you. If you don't understand a woman's place, then there is no way you can make sure and ensure that she stays in it. Right? A woman's place is in submission. One more time. A woman's place is in submission. A woman's place is to yield to the driving force, which is the masculine. A man is driven. A man is about purpose. A man is about vision. A man is about destination. And once he arrives to his destination, his vision shall forge even more. His vision shall go even further, and he will create a new destination, a new point of arrival. It is that woman's mission to see that man's mission. It is that woman's duty to see the man's duty, to see what the man sees, to see his vision and to see it through, to help him fulfill it in every way that she can. That is to put her in submission. That is her place. Her place is to be about your mission. It is the subcategory to your main category. She is the subcategory to your objective. So if a woman refuses to be in submission, then she is out of her place. That is how we will define the woman's place. Her place, my brothers, is to be in submission. However, similar to a child whose place is supposed to be in submission as well, just like the woman. Even if the child is a male, he is still a child. His job, or her job, is to be submissive. But children oftentimes throw fits. They throw tantrums. Since they are physically weaker than you, they try to manipulate you, number one, by being annoying. They will whine. They will cry. They will roll on the floor and pretend that they're hurt, that they hit their head, that they fell down. The woman will nag. She will whine, just like the child. She will become very agitated. She will attempt to annoy you into submitting to her. The woman, just like the child, oftentimes will attempt to reverse the roles and make you the child and make themselves the parent. She will make you the wife and make herself the husband. When a woman gets with a man, when she enters into a relationship with a man, she is saying that she trusts him enough to follow his mission. That is why she is taking on the title of submission, the title to be under his mission, with the prefix submission. But then they get into the relationship, they get into the mission, and they no longer want to be the crew member. They get on your ship, right? But they no longer want to be the crew member, they want to be the captain. The problem is, it is not a good idea to let a captain who is prone to be guided by emotions, and emotions are prone to change based on circumstances and environment. It is very dangerous to let such a person be the captain of this ship, because we will be heading towards a crash course. It is very difficult to let the child run the house, because they're about to stick a paper clip into an electric socket. But if you pull the child away from the electric socket, they will kick, they will cry, they will whine, they will roll on the floor and attempt to annoy you into submission. Such a child is out of place. This child does not know his or her place, therefore, they must leave your space. Now, how do we do this for the child? We put the child in timeout. We have them stand in the corner and face the wall, and they are not to have any form of communication with any person. This child will stand there for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, however long you deem to be a reasonable form of punishment, in order to put that child in his or her place, so that they know that you are the parent and they are the child, that you are the adult and they are the child. The woman, just like the child, when she leaves her place, when she does not know her place, which means to respect you as the authoritative figure. She will also cry. She will also whine. She will also complain. She will also nag. All of those is an attempt to annoy you so that you give up and let her do whatever she wants to do. She is out of line. She refused to do what you say, but refused to let you do what you have to do because she is whining, nagging, complaining, non-stop. She's just chipping away at every piece of who you are. When you first met that woman, you were like a fine, exquisite sculpture made by the world's most renowned sculptor. Like you are a masterpiece. But however, she keeps chipping away at your magnificence, at your creativity, at your very essence, at exactly what you represent. She is like bad weather. She is just raining down hailstorms, rain, wind gusts, sand, hot sun, hurricanes, tornadoes, snow, just beating down on your masterpiece until she completely wears you down into submission. At this point, you must get that woman out of your space. If she does not know her place like the child, it's time to give her a timeout. This is how you do that. You give a woman a timeout by telling her, look, this conversation is over. This is the way it's going to be. And that's it. If she tries to keep talking, tries to speak over you, tries to keep going at it, what you do is you get up and leave. And when you get up and leave, you don't talk to her for a few hours. You don't talk to her for a few days. You don't talk to her maybe for a week. Even when she sends you texts crying, maybe she calls you. What's going on? Because first she will try anger. When she realizes anger doesn't work, the angry text does not work, she will try ignoring to see if now you're scared that she broke up with you. Those are the steps. Anger, stop texting, completely ignoring you, and then she will try to see if she can cry her way back. Now what you need is to cry her way back. It doesn't mean you're soft if you don't plan on breaking up with her. When she cries her way back, now this is an attempt to manipulate you by appealing to your sensitive side. She is trying to get sympathy and empathy out of you. However, you shall reverse this manipulation by putting her in the position of submission. She is now in the position of crying. Crying usually emphasizes weakness, sadness, defeated. Now you can use this situation to speak like the boss that you are, the boss that you should be. Why are you crying? Why are you sad? Why are you unhappy? Why do you say you miss me? You see, at first, what she does is tell you, if you want to go, you can leave, I don't care. Oh, so you're just going to walk away. You're not going to handle this like an adult. See, she is still out of her place. You don't entertain that kind of language. Do you understand? You are a man, the leader of a woman. That's what a man is. One who have mastered all of nature, all that is natural, including the feminine. Master all that is natural, man. That is the acronym. When you study in the metaphysics and the esoteric, that is what they teach you. Master all that is natural, including the feminine. So when she speaks to you in this way, you're not going to talk to me. You're just going to walk away. So we're not going to sit down like adults. We can't have a conversation. We can't work this out. We can't negotiate it. You do not reply. You don't reply. You do not speak to her. Then she will probably ignore you. If that's what you want to do, if this is the way you want to behave, she says, you know where I will be. She says, you know I'll be here when you're ready to talk, or when you're ready to function like an adult. She is still out of her place. So keep applying the timeout. We need to break her. You understand? You need to make her feminine again. These are the steps. First, she will show anger. Then she will be completely quiet. Then she's going to show sadness. After a while, it could be a day, or two, a week, she will reach out. And if she doesn't, oh well, it's over. Forget it. She has to reach out. It is important that she reaches out because it is her element. When a woman reaches out, you're putting her back into her element. If she doesn't reach out, she is being prideful, and she doesn't feel that it is normal to submit to your masculinity. In other words, she doesn't respect your masculinity, which means she is out of her place, because the feminine has no problem yielding to you when she realizes that the situation is grave and you are upset about something. But if she refuses to yield and reach out and say, I'm sorry, can we talk now? I miss you. Words that are softer. Words that prove that timeout has been working. Just like a child. If she cannot prove those signs, those traits, then you must keep her in a permanent timeout, which is a breakup. I hope you brothers are enjoying this campfire talk. This is what it's all about. Now, you need to seize the opportunity of when she appears humble, when she is in her feminine, when she is yielding, which is submission, yielding to your path, yielding to your driving force, right? When she is doing that, if it's first on the phone, you can call her and say, what's going on? She will probably say, I miss you. You could answer, I don't believe you do. I don't believe you do. Because you know I have a certain way that I dictate things. I have a certain path that I am driven towards. And you know that I only have the best interest in mind. But you have to trust my leadership. And if you cannot trust my leadership as a woman, I take issue with that. And we cannot continue. She may say, what are you saying? So you're saying you just want to break up or leave or whatever? At this point, you may offer to meet up, or she may offer to meet up. You can do a public place, somewhere quiet like a park. You guys meet up, you sit down, and you talk. As you are arriving, if you arrive first and you're sitting down, you want to be sitting probably on the table of the park with your feet on the seats. You want the elevation angle, as she has to sit in the actual bleacher part, the actual seat part. You must speak from that angle. It is important. It is an angle of authority. This is some psychology. Notice when your boss is talking to you, especially if it is disciplinary action, they are usually never sitting down while you're standing up. And if they are, they have their feet up on the desk, crossed, their fingers interlocked over their chest or stomach, completely laid back in the chair as a symbol of a person who is in charge. Now, if you come at the same time as her, or you come and she's already sitting down, you slowly take your steps. You don't walk too fast, you're not rushing. You pace. You have a serious but calm look on your face. Not angry, not mad, not upset, just calm, serious, and fixated. If she tries to break it by asking you, what is that look you have? You tell her that look is me trying to figure out where we stand right now. And you tell her, you told me, if she try to start talking, you hold your hand up, you tell her, hold on. I got something to tell you. You told me you miss me as you talk to her. You told me you were sorry, but I don't believe you are. I don't think you understand that I am a man, not a woman. I will lead. I will make the right decisions. I will hear what you have to say. But whatever it is, I'm going to lead it. If you are going to annoy me about little things that are not that important, if you're going to sit around and try to give me a hard time, if you are going to try to nag me, be unreasonable, speak over me when I'm trying to talk, trying to outspeak me, out-talk me by speaking faster, not letting me get a word in, this relationship will be over. You need to understand, in this relationship, I don't know what you're used to before me, but right now, when I'm here as the man, I need you to behave like the woman. You understand? And if she cannot go along with that, you leave again. You tell her clearly, since you're trying to rebuttal. Clearly, since you're trying to talk back. Clearly, since you're trying to talk when I'm trying to talk, if she tries to talk over you. You tell her you did not understand. Clearly, you did not get it. Clearly, you're not sorry. Clearly, this is not working out. And you get up and leave again. The only way you conclude that conversation is with that woman saying, yes, I understand, baby. Yes, I see what you're saying. I was not trying to upset you. I was not trying to undermine your authority. I was not trying to undermine your masculinity or your manhood. That is the only way this conversation can end. But as she says these words, I'm not trying to undermine your masculinity. I am not trying to undermine your manhood. She is coming with a but. Tell her, then hold on. If you're not, then there's nothing else to say. We understand each other. Let's move forward. And if she tries to, but I was just going to say what I was really trying to say, what I was really trying to explain, what I was really trying to do that you didn't seem to understand is there is nothing more. I said what I had to say. That's what you say. There's nothing more. I said what I had to say. You said you understand and you're not trying to undermine it. Now I have plans. Let's move forward. I'm the man. I got this. And you are my woman. Plain and simple. Grab her by the neck, not too hard. Don't squeeze her to death. Don't kill her. Look at her in the eyes. Give her a kiss on the lips. Keep it moving. Later on, completely break her back in bed. You understand? Meaning back-breaking sex, for those of you who are from different countries and don't understand some of the slangs or expressions that we use here in the States. Breaking her back means sex. Give her great sex and then go about what you usually do. Alright? It is a system of both punishment and reward later on. Okay? But she has to be in your good graces. You need her to come crawling to you with that apology. Because you see, the woman's way of timeout, unlike the child, is to take yourself away from her, which means you're taking attention away from her. Women really need attention, my brothers. Women crave attention. Women are dying for attention. So when you take away attention, she is now starved of attention. She has no choice but to eventually want to get back into your good graces in order to obtain such attention. Now I know what some of you guys are thinking. Men's version of that is sex, which is why women usually use sex against men. You're going to have to be a man who value your pride, your masculine pride, above your sex drive. You must, now go ahead and take notes of this one too. You must value your masculine pride over your sex drive. That is very important to understand. When it comes down to you being the man, nothing, including sex, can get in the way of that. You understand? So you need to hold out for as long as you hold out. If you have more than one wife, you can go ahead and do that. If you're a guy who have other women on the side and you don't have the religious or faith that prevents you from doing that, then go ahead and do that. Of course, I have content for different people. Some of these scenarios does not work for everybody. Some guys will only be with one woman. Some guys do not have multiple wives. Some guys don't have multiple girls. All right? But if you need to masturbate, I don't care what you do, or just pray, be a monk for a week, whatever you need to do, do it. Do not let sex be the reason for you to come crawling back. She must come to you. She must come at your feet. You must be the figure of authority. Do you understand, my brothers? Take notes. Register this. This is putting her in her place, putting her in submission. If not, she must leave your space. For those of you who don't have children, those of you who are not married, you have absolutely zero reason to be living with a woman that you are intimate with sexually. Zero reason. All right? And if you plan to be with a wife in the future, a woman you will have children with, the mother of your children, and be in a house with her living together, before you do that, you want to make sure you have an outside of the home man cave. I will actually make this this man cave title a YouTube video accessible to every other guy, because it is a building block to this video here, so they can come to Patreon and check this out if they are interested in in-depth content. Now, why is this important? It is important because you need a place to go to if you need to leave her space, or she needs to leave your space for that matter. If you guys live together, this may be an issue. So what you need is a place you can go to, but she must not know. This is very important. She must not know this place exists. It can be a cheap 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom place. All right? For those of you who live in the southern states, especially states like Florida, you can get a nice 1-1 for anywhere from $60,000 to $80,000. Riverfront, oceanfront, very nice homes in certain parts of Florida. Or if you live in other southern states, it's even cheaper, like Georgia, probably places like that, it's even cheaper, especially it depends where it is. I would suggest it is nowhere near the same city that you are normally living in. Now, what some of the guys do, me and some of my brothers, we get together, red pill men that know each other in person, and we literally buy this place together. So, in other words, it's extremely cheap. We probably buy it under a company that we forge, a company we created just for the sole purpose of buying that property. And every guy put money in. We all have an equal share of the property. It comes to dirt cheap when you have like 4 or 5 or 6 guys who literally buy this property as a man cave. It has a bed, it has a fridge. We keep the refrigerator with alcohol in it, drinks, whatever that we need. All right. Now, I am not a man that is binded by any particular woman. It is just a space for guys. But many men who are married need that space. That space will be necessary when you live with her and you go away, because now she's going to be confused. He got upset. He left the house. He have not come back to eat, and he's been gone for a week. I'm looking at the bank statements, but he hasn't gotten any hotel rooms. I wonder where he is. Now, even if you come back that night to sleep at home, you've been gone the whole day, especially on your days off when you do not work. All right? Now, some of you guys are thinking, she's probably going to accuse you of cheating. You need to, once again, establish your authority. You are not to be questioned by her. I don't cheat. Now, this is something that I say because I come from a faith that allows multiple wives. I don't cheat. If I need another woman, I will bring in another woman. Or if you are a man that is in a faith that practices monogamy, one woman, you answer, I don't cheat. All right? And two, I don't answer to you. If you wanted me in this house around, having fun, enjoying life, probably watching a movie with you, cuddling you, being around you, you would understand that I am the man here. And I don't conform to your ways. You are to conform to my ways. I have told women this. This is not just something, that I'm just saying here. I have said this. And you watch them conform. And if they refuse to, they leave. And as I was saying, if you are a man of monogamy, you tell them, look, I don't cheat. It gets bad enough, I will leave you and pick a woman that understands submission, that understands how to be a woman, that understands how to behave around her man. You see, that is what you need to be able to tell her. But you see, that man cave you have in your house is not enough. She can tell where you are. Women like to keep an eye on you. You must not make it easy for her. You must leave her uneasy. Now, of course, all of this knowledge is necessary in the West because women are unruly. In a place where women understand rules and order, this is not necessary. Okay? But in the West, most women do not. So this is how you do that. All right? This is how you make her leave your space if you guys actually live together. You must have that spot to go to. If you currently don't have that spot, you don't have the money for that spot, you don't have a few guys that you really trust, you can open a company, get everything legally documented where you guys come together and get that spot, which is extremely cheap, right? When a few guys come together. Anywhere from 2, 3, 4, or 5 guys is extremely cheap. All right? But if you don't have that, you need to be able to go somewhere, a spot that you have, some kind of gentleman's club. Doesn't mean a stripper, all right? That doesn't mean a strip joint where you have strippers. It just means a spot where you go to. Maybe you shoot pool, you do something that doesn't cost much money. And you guys can just go there and you relax. You meet up with your friends. She doesn't need to know what you're doing. And you come home, you don't eat her food because you're full. You're taken care of. And you just take a shower, you go to sleep. That's it. Now, if you really want to throw her off, right? If you already got her settled on that cheating thing, you immediately throw your underwear, your undershirt, your wife beater, whatever you call it, in the washer. You take your pants and your shirt, you put them in the dirty laundry basket. So you're still letting her do laundry, but you're not letting her wash your undergarments. Whenever you have an argument, if you really want to pull that mind-breaking process, right? You do not let her wash your underwears. This will throw her off, right? This will have her wondering. This will bring her into her feminine really quickly because it will bring her into insecurity. Now, you're not trying to abuse her. You're trying to make a woman out of a female who insists on behaving like a male because she's out of her place. So you must make her leave your space. And that includes emotional space. That includes attention. That includes eating with her, dining with her, If you guys have children, you go missing during dinner time. Don't worry about the kids. Take the kids out with daddy for ice cream. Take the kids out with daddy after dinner for candy. Take the kids out with daddy for brownies. Right? After they eat dinner at home. You still will spend time with the kids. Right? Don't let her use the kids as leverage. Now, I'm going to wrap this video up, and I'm going to have more videos coming up for you brothers. Right? Because I don't want to make this one too long. But I have a lot of knowledge that I want to put into this video right here. But let's recap real quick. Number one, like a child, when she tries to annoy you, in a sense to manipulate you and have her way, when she's attempting to putting you in submission, you must give her a timeout. Her timeout is to get out of your space. Leave your space. If you don't live with her, I just showed you what you can do. If you do live with her, I also gave you an option, or more than one option, as to what you can do. All right? You must starve her of attention. Now, number three. Number three, which will be the last one for this video. You must not acknowledge her. That is the reason why you don't eat her food. If you go to church with her on Sundays, do not go to church with her that Sunday. You understand? If you have a religious activity you do on Saturdays, a Sabbath, you shall not do it with her that Sabbath. If you guys have a movie night where you watch movies together, you shall not watch movies with her on that night. If you guys have a date night where you guys go out on a date together, that week, if the argument just happened, if her disobedience just happened, you shall not acknowledge her by going on that date with her. You will not call her. You will not even bring it up. You may even disappear that day and don't even sleep at home that night. Oh yes. You will not acknowledge any activity that you usually do with her. Number one, you remove her from your space. All right? That is her timeout. Step two was to let her come to you in submission, begging to reconcile, begging to make it work, texting you, crying, things like that. Being female, being feminine, being soft, not being hard. Leaving her pride and submitting to your masculine authority. That is step two. You have to let this happen. It is something that comes from step one, which is to starve her of attention. Keep her from that attention. All right? It brings her into this area of submission that is right down the middle. And step three, which is really could have been step two, right, is another thing that you can use. You can add to your arsenal. You don't acknowledge her. She cuts her hair, you don't care. She wears a new dress, you don't care. She wears makeup, you don't care. I don't care if you're married to her. She cooks, you don't eat. There's a date night, you don't go. There's a movie night, you don't show. She needs to understand what she did. Sex, you don't bite. Maybe she gets sexy. Maybe she wears something see-through. She comes into the bedroom, she grabs a comb, she quickly does her hair, she slams it down loudly, she moves around, she stomps her foot very heavily when she walks, she swings her pelvis from side to side. That is nothing more than trying to obtain your attention. She is trying to see that maybe you're going to submit to her by coming to her crawling, attempting sex. So instead what you do, you grab your pants, you throw it on. You grab your shoes, you throw it on. You grab your phone, you look into it. And then you leave the home. You don't even come back that night. Oh no, you don't. Let her worry. And don't allow her to dare question you about any cheating or anything like that. My next video will be teaching you guys how to overwhelm her emotions so you can dominate her rapid questionings. Because as many of you may be thinking, I don't have enough information yet. Is if she tries to attack me, if she tries to ask me am I cheating, why am I not coming home, where did I go last night? I got a video coming up on that. I already gave you guys a little hint, a little piece in this video. If a woman does not respect you, aka as known as she doesn't know her place, she gotta leave your space. That is your space of entertainment, movies, dinner. She must not be acknowledged. No movie nights, no dinner, no eating of her food, no asking her for sex, no trying to have sex with her. You understand? You must remove yourself from her company or remove her from your company. She shall not have any contact with the joy that you are, with your leadership, your guidance, your hugs, your cuddling. You understand? My brothers, this was a campfire edition. It is your brother and your boy, Mr. Limba. I hope you took notes. You could use this video and go over and over it again. I will have even more details that are in connection pertaining to this video coming up very, very, very soon. So stay locked in and stay tuned. Apply these techniques, all right? And you'll have a better understanding of the female. And you'll have better control of your relationships. Not only that, you will have a peace of mind because you'll have your manhood. This is campfire talk with the fellas. My brothers. Worldwide, man. We international. This is your brother, Mr. Limba. Until next time.